Hey Magic the Gathering lovers, Matt here from Total MTG and welcome to today's video. So what have I got for you today? I've got the Core Set 2020 best limited uncommons from the set that I hope will help you in your pre-release prep ready for when you go and smash it in your pre-release of Core Set 2020. I recently, just this week, did a video on my best common cards ready for your pre-release, so make sure you go and check that out. There'll be a link above and there'll be links in the description as well, and of course on the video page of the channel. Let me just say, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really does help, and liking and commenting on the videos is really helpful as well. I want to know your best limited common and uncommon cards. Make sure you put them in the chat to the videos. So without further ado, let's get on at looking at my first card. So the first card I've chosen is Master Splicer, this amazing reprint. 3 and a white, is a 1/1. When it ends the battlefield, create a 3/3 colourless Golem artifact creature token, and golems you control get +1/1. This is an absolute value creature. You're going to be getting the 4 power for the 4 as well. And then it gives a little pump to your golem as well, which is really sweet. If you find a way to blink Master Splicer and get multiple golems onto the field, that is absolutely amazing and will build up a golem army. That is the dream. If you pull a couple of these, it is brilliant and will be really powerful. This card is used in various other decks and formats as well. Master Splicer is definitely a card you want to play if you pull it in your packs. Next card on my list is Gan. It's a reprint again, of course, because you do get that in core sets, and it's absolutely brilliant removal. Removal is prime when you're playing your pre-releases, and Disfigure will get rid of a hell of a lot of creatures early on. Target creature gets -2/2 to end of turn, which basically can be a kill spell. But if you have to use it to stay alive as well on a big creature that's attacking you, use it then as well. Disfigure, amazing art and cracking removal. I'm so glad this is back in standard, and it will be played in definitely in my mono black brews in constructed. And this is a card that you definitely want to put in there because premium removal is good. If you can get murder as well from the common section and get Disfigure, you're doing well with your black deck. Going to another black card now, and it's Gruesome Scouger. Gruesome Scouger is a very interesting card. It's a 3/3, cost 3 and double black, it costs 5. But when it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target opponent or planeswalker equal to the number of creatures you control. This can be absolutely a finisher for 5 mana. If you've amassed creatures in there, maybe you've got a few tokens going down, and you've got maybe a little army of 6 or 7, 8 creatures. 8 damage for 5 mana and getting a 3/3 body is good, and it could definitely be game winning. Don't play this early unless you really have to in your pre-release. But if you can amass that little army and you've got through with a few attacks, this might be one card that can just basically one shot and win the game for you. Season of Growth is my next uncommon card. I like this card. 1 and a green enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get a scry 1. Now, scrying 1 is, scrying is just an absolutely brilliant and strong mechanic. And whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, you get to draw a card. Now, there's going to be ways to pump other creatures and target your own creatures and stuff like that. That's going to make you draw cards as well and help you siphon through your deck. And of course, scrying is very strong, like I've already mentioned. I think for 2 mana, if you do pull this, it's going to be strong in your deck, in your limited deck, and it will just help you find the cards you need to potentially win the game. So Season of Growth makes one of my best uncommon cards for limited. Now we're doing what green does best, big creatures, and you're going to get value with Howling Giant. 5 double green. Now you're going to get 9 power on the board with this creature. It comes in as a 5/5 with reach, so it's going to be able to block flyers. Everyone goes for flying mechanics when you're playing in limited. They love it. Evasion, it's really strong, and this will help you block them. And also when it enters the battlefield, create 2 2/2 green wolf tokens. So you're getting 9 power on the board for 7 mana. Absolute value is Howling Giant. Cracking card. If you're playing green, have this as one of your finishers. It is great. Next up on the list is Corpse Knight. 2/2 for a black and a white. I like this card, Zombie Knight. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. So a bit like one of the other creatures that we just saw, potentially you can play creatures and win a game. If you've managed to get through with attacks and you can't get that final bit of damage through, and you've got Corpse Knight on the field, you can just obviously just have another creature enter the battlefield and the opponent will lose that life. You don't even have to attack. So if they've got the walls up with those massive big creatures, just cast a creature spell, get it onto the battlefield, and then just drain your opponent for the win. So next on my list is Sky Knight Vanguard. This is another creature that's going to give you value. Flying evasion is great. It's really good in limited and very strong, and people do play that archetype. White and a red is the casting cost for this uncommon. Whenever it attacks, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token that's tapped and attacking. That is strong. Making, for 2 mana, you're getting a 1/2 flyer and potentially making other creatures tapped and attacking as well. I think this is a very, very nice value creature for just 2 mana, and it's definitely worth. If you can pull some nice cards in this deck, maybe getting a token theme going, raise the alarm, stuff like that, Sky Knight Vanguard will definitely do some work for you. Ironroot Warlord is the next one. This costs 1, a green and a white. I love this. Tree Folk. I love Tree Folk. I've made an EDH deck out of that before, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. The Warlord's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. There's a lot of this sort of theme going on in this core set, and it has the ability where you can just make another creature token as well, so that is very, very strong. The toughness is 5, and the power is whatever the creatures you control. So it could be anything. For 3 mana, it's, even if it's 3 mana, it comes in initially maybe as a 1/5, 2/5. It's still strong. It's going to be a great blocker. And you'll have that ability where you'll be able to make tokens and just build up that power. It's going to be hard to remove. Ironroot Warlord, get a couple of these in your decks and maybe some token spammers. Very, very nice card and very strong. 2-mana Leash is my next uncommon to make the list. 1, a black and a blue zombie wizard. What you're getting with this card, you're getting some great evasion, you're getting Death Touch, you're getting Lifelink, 1/3, nice stats to get some early blocking in as well. Whenever Leech enters the battlefield, so the blinking effects, or deals combat damage to a player, draw a card and discard a card. This is what blue and black does really well. Going through your deck is going to be strong, playing this in the battlefield, and if you manage to get it through, a lot of people aren't going to want to block it because of the Death Touch, but they might have to sacrifice a really good creature to kill it because they don't want you drawing cards, because drawing cards is obviously what wins games. The Leech is strong, 1/3, and certainly makes my best uncommon limited cards. So the final card now before we get to some honourable mentions, it's Ogre Siegebreaker. 4/3, 2 black and a red. Nice. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn is the effect for paying 4 mana. That is really strong. You can put little tokens in front of it, or little 1/1s and 2/2s, and potentially just hold this back. Now, if they do damage to the creature, you're just going to be able to kill that creature. Having destroyed target creature on a stick on a creature is super strong, especially in limited. And you're getting a nice body on this as well, a 4/3. I love the colours of Rakdos as well. And this is the final card that makes the best limited uncommons from Core Set 2020. So I've got 3 honourable mentions here. Thrashing Brontodon is the first one. Sacrifice the Brontodon, destroy target artifact enchantment, which is pretty strong. Brontodon is played, it's a reprint played in a lot of standard sideboard decks. The body for a 3/4 for 3 is nice. Even if you don't get to use that effect, it's still a good bodied creature. And of course, if your opponent is playing artifact enchantments, you've got something that will deal with that. Bloodthirsty Aerialist is another one that I really do like. Flying Evasion is cool. 1 double black as the casting cost. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it. So it could really, really get out of hand. This little 2/3 flyer could become, really big and potential game-winning card. If you manage to put some life gain effects in it, maybe with creatures or spells, Bloodthirsty Aerialist could definitely be a finisher in your deck. The last card I'm giving an honourable mention to is Spectral Sailor. I had to put a blue card in there, of course. It's a 1/1 with flash for 1, but I like the ability of paying 4 and drawing a card. Limited drawing cards is what can win you the games, finding that, a lot of the times you do go down to actually jazz hands and have nothing in your hand. And a little Spectral Sailor is definitely something that an opponent will use their removal on because drawing cards is strong, and Spectral Sailor is a nice addition to your deck. So that was my best uncommon limited cards for Core Set 2020, ready for your pre-release prep. Any others you think I missed, put them in the comments. I really want to know what you think of them, and I hope this has helped maybe some newer players and some older players as well. Maybe you missed some of these, and I really think these are very, very strong cards and will certainly help you in limited without a doubt. Thanks a lot for watching today's video. The next video will be out in a couple of days, hay fever willing, because sorry the videos have just been a little bit, erratic at the moment. Hay fever, you people that suffer will know it's knocking me for 6 at the moment, but I am trying to still keep on schedule and get videos out. Anyway, you lot take care, and I'll see you on the next video.